Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti from AnthonyMorganti.com, and this is episode 193 of Photo Critiques. And in this episode, I'm pleased to critique the work of Daniel Hansen. Okay, on this first shot, it's kind of an existing light shot, pretty much like a snapshot. You got this chair kind of bleeding in over here, so you really want to be careful of composition and look all the way around. You got the corner over here, which just kind of comes in. Um, Focus is very important when you photograph people. You have to focus on the eyes, and you can see the eyes here are very blurry. So we really got to tighten up the focus on the eye. You'd usually focus on the eye that's closest to the camera. So you'd focus on this eye right here. You have a very wide aperture of a 5.3, so you don't have a lot of depth of field. So you have to be very careful that you focus on that eye and don't like lean in or move your camera a little bit once you focus, because you'll throw the focus off. Also, you'd be better off a 46 millimeters isn't really that perfect of a lens for a portrait. It tends to distort a little bit of the features. You can see how this corner's kind of tilted in a little bit. So you'd want to, if this is a crop sensor camera, which it probably is, I would say you'd probably at 55 would be better. That would be more like 80 millimeters or so, which is decent for a portrait. So if you could zoom all the way out on this, or zoom all the way in, or just have it at 55 millimeters, I should say, and then you'd have a better portrait type lens to use. Now the color is off too. The color balance it's really kind of orangey, and it's really relatively easy to correct in Lightroom. There's a few ways to do it. The easiest way is you just take this eyedropper here and you just click on something that's kind of neutral gray, and it will correct the white balance. So you can see there's before, there's after, before, after. This shot too, the eye is real blurry. You really got to focus on the eye. Be careful of composition. You can see all this stuff in the background. It's kind of, not adding anything to the shot. It looked like it was nighttime. You had some flash on, but you still need the eye in really good focus. Shot's okay. You got the kind of leading lines of the bench help lead you through the shot. The shot, as far as there's a lot of dark in it. Like, let me go over here. As you can see, the histogram's built up over the left. We'd really prefer that histogram to be a little more in the middle. So you can see if I hover over that one, you can see anything that turns blue is absolute black. That means there's no detail in it, and that's quite a bit. So we'd open up the shadows, and we might even have to come in to get this histogram move over to the right a little more. We'd have to bring up blacks a little bit too, and get that histogram more to this side. And you can see now there's still a lot of blue, but it's not quite as dark blue, so that indicates that there is some detail in here now, whereas before it was just absolute black. The light is harsh. It's kind of a tough scene to photograph on this light. Usually, midday light is very hard, and it's not very attractive light to photograph things in, even if it's a park bench. So it's kind of hard to do. So there's the before when it was real dark. There's the after where I brightened it up a little bit. Composition itself, though, I like the idea that you were going through using these leading lines, but like I said, the scene is hard to photograph. There's another one. You focused a little better on the eyes here. But the composition itself, the kind of weird light, we have this lot of stuff in the background that's kind of distracting. So you have to really kind of take your subject into a different area where you have a background that won't distract from the picture as much. I like the idea you were going here. This is pretty cool. We got all these out of focus objects in the background, which are really cool. That really adds a lot. And this is interesting, with the camcorder, display, being what's focused on. So it's a pretty cool shot, very interesting. And just remember to register your 5-year warranty. So make sure you do that on the camcorder. And that's it. That's the last shot from Daniel. Daniel, thank you very much for sharing your work with us. I really appreciate it. I'd like to thank everyone that watches all my videos. Thank you very much. And remember to go over my website, AnthonyMorganti.com, and look at all the photography stuff I have over there. And if you have time, go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate that. That's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon.